Welcome everyone in this topic electromagnetic wave of the class 12th physics. So let's begin. Electromagnetic wave. Light, microwave, X-rays, TV and cell phone transmission are the kind of electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic waves are the group of energies wave that are mostly invisible and that can travel through empty space also. These energies embodied our bodies all day long, but we are only aware of a small portion of them, like a visible light because they have a colors, like infrared light because they have a heat, and ultraviolet because of a sunburn. So those things we are aware, like we can see, we can feel, and we are able to judge the things. So these things we easily know. These are the small portion, but these kind of energies are very vast in the nature. Now I'll just gonna to explain one by one that what is electromagnetic wave. As you can see over there, we have a different kind of a waves are there. Radio wave, which have a large wavelength, 10 to the power 3. Microwave, 10 to the power minus 2. Infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays. These all the example of a electromagnetic wave. As you can see over there, student, they have a colors also. Downside, as you can see. Gamma rays color, as you can see. Visible, 7 colors. Okay. So these are the size. Electromagnetic energies is created by vibration that produce a wave. Wave we earlier studied. Please follow that lecture. Each electromagnetic wave emits some different types of energy. These energies travel silently at the speed of light and produces a signature wave with a unique range of length, energy and frequency that scientists can identify and measure. We can measure the energy of electromagnetic wave by measuring its frequency. So frequency refers the number of a wave a vibration created during a period of a time. In general, the higher of the frequency, the number of the waves, the greater of the energy of the radiation. That means we can calculate these things by a formula also that I think you should know, students. E is equals to h nu, where h is a Planck constant. So energy is directly proportional to the frequency. If the frequency is high, energy also must be high. So that's why we have taken the term high frequency greater the energy. When we use the term light, we are referring to a group of electromagnetic wave that is called visible light. Each individual wavelength within the spectrum of visible light, wavelength represent a particular colors. When light of that particular wavelength strikes to our eye, we perceive that specific color sensation. Another popular group of wave from the electromagnetic spectrum involve infrared. Infrared radiation is a type of electromagnetic radiation that involves heat or a thermal radiation. All objects emit and absorb, taken thermal addition. So when light interacts any object, it is either absorbed, reflected, transmitted or refracted. Like the power, if I'm just taking the absorption. So the loss of light as it passes through a material. Reflection, the return of light by a material. Transmission, the passes of a light through a material. Refraction, the bending of light as they pass between the medium. So these are the nature, these are the properties of a waves. Or which kind of a waves? Yes, electromagnetic waves. Let's look an example of absorption. When you go to the dentist, one of the first things they do to obtain like an X-ray of you, unnecessary explore of an X-ray radiation can be harmful. So doctors try to minimize the area that those electromagnetic waves interact to your body by making you wear a special protective cloth. What do these special clothes do? These protective clothes contain some amount of a dense element like lead in them. The high density of this element allow X-ray to absorb by atom in lead, decreasing the energy of X-ray and lead it turns shield your body by unnecessary radiation by absorbing the X-rays. So your body not get more damaged or not harmed at that much where you not wear that kind of a special cloth. So only upper body was imaged because X-ray hitting the lower torso were absorbed by the lead portion. So a clear picture of your skeletal where the harm is depend because X-ray doesn't pass from your bones. So only bones will be actually picturized or pictorial by the final view. So where the actually X-rays pass, that area will be black. So what will be happening during like when the X-rays will be passed through your body? If there will be a crack, so on that cracks also X-rays will be passed, and because that area will be completely black, so from that scenario, doctor easily prescribe that okay that area where the harm is actually happen. I hope you understand, students. Next, if I'm just taking a short summary of that, what is the electromagnetic wave, what their nature have. So electromagnetic wave is a what? It is a group of energy waves that are mostly invisible and that can travel through empty space also. Frequency, what they can do. The number of waves of vibration create during a period of a time. Visible light, range of electromagnetic spectrum. Now later we will see what is electromagnetic spectrum in the next video. So for more detail, please look that video also. That can be detected by human eye. Infrared, types of electromagnetic radiation that involves heat. Absorption, the loss of heat or loss of a light as it passes through a material. Reflection, the return of a light by a material. Transmission, the passes of light through a material. Refraction, the bending of light as they pass between medium. Translucent, allow only part of the light through. Opaque, reflect or absorb all light. Thermal conductors are what? Materials that conduct heat radially. Thermal insulator, material that limit heat transfer. Electrical conductors, material that allow to flow electrical current. Electrical insulator, materials that limit to flow of electrical current or they bound or they not actually pass the electricity. So these are the little bit summary about this complete electromagnetic wave, and few portion I extra covered because this will be used in the next video. Okay? So I hope you understand the complete topic of electromagnetic wave. So if there is any kind of a doubt you have, you may ask in the chat session. Till that, take care everyone, and please do like and subscribe the Nagin group of digital learning and schools. Thank you.